SCP-682. SCP Foundation. Item hash. SCP-682. Object Class. Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-682 must be destroyed as soon as possible. At this time, no means available to SCP teams are capable of destroying SCP-682, only able to cause massive physical damage. SCP-682 should be contained within a 5 meters by 5 meters by 5 meters chamber with 25 centimeters reinforced acid-resistant steel plate lining all inside surfaces. The containment chamber should be filled with hydrochloric acid until SCP-682 is submerged and incapacitated. Any attempts of SCP-682 to move, speak, or breach containment should be reacted to quickly and with full force as called for by the circumstances. Personnel are forbidden to speak to SCP-682, for fear of provoking a rage state. All unauthorized personnel attempting to communicate to SCP-682 will be restrained and removed by force. Due to its frequent attempts at containment breach, difficulty of containment and incapacitation, and high threat of Foundation exposure, SCP-682 is to be contained in sight, redacted. The Foundation will use the best of its resources to maintain all land within 50 kilometers clear of human development. Description: SCP-682 is a large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin. It appears to be extremely intelligent, and was observed to engage in complex communication with SCP-079 during their limited time of exposure. SCP-682 appears to have a hatred of all life, which has been expressed in several interviews during containment. See Addendum 682-B. SCP-682 has always been observed to have extremely high strength, speed, and reflexes, though exact levels vary with its form. SCP-682's physical body grows and changes very quickly, growing or decreasing in size as it consumes or sheds material. SCP-682 gains energy from anything it ingests, organic or inorganic. Digestion seems to be aided by a set of filtering gills inside of SCP-682's nostrils, which are able to remove usable matter from any liquid solution, enabling it to constantly regenerate from the acid it is contained in. SCP-682's regenerative capabilities and resilience are staggering, and SCP-682 has been seen moving and speaking with its body 87% destroyed or rotted. In case of containment breach, SCP-682 is to be tracked and recaptured by all available mobile task forces, and no teams with fewer than 7 members are cleared to engage it. To date, attempted breaches have numbered at 17, while successful breaches have numbered at 6. See Addendum 682-D. Doctor: Now, why did you kill those farmers? SCP-682, no verbal communication. Doctor: If you don't talk now, we will remove you from this attempt and place you back into SCP-682, incomprehensible. Doctor: Pardon? Motions to move microphone closer. SCP-682, incomprehensible. Doctor: Speak up. To Personnel D-085, move the mic up closer. SCP-682, they were, incomprehensible. Doctor: To Personnel D-085, that microphone has only so much gain, move it closer to it. Personnel D-085, his throat's messed up, man, look at it. He ain't talking, gasps and screams. SCP-682, appearing to assault D-85's body, they were disgusting. Doctor: Retreats from the room. Addendum 682-D. Breaches with SCP-682. 1. First occurrence, handled by Agent, Kia, Personnel D-129, Kia, Personnel D-027, Kia, Personnel D-173, Kia, Personnel D-200, Kia, Personnel D-193, Kia. 2. Second occurrence, handled by Agent, Dr. Personnel D-124, Personnel D-137, Kia, Personnel D-201, Kia, Personnel D-202, Kia, Personnel D-203, Kia. 3. Third occurrence, handled by Agent, MSGT, Agent, Kia, Personnel D-018, Kia, Personnel D-211, Kia, Personnel D-216. 4. Fourth occurrence, handled by Agent, SSGT, TSGT, Private, Private, Lieutenant, SSGT, HIA, Call, HIA, Private, HIA, Private, HIA, Agent, HIA. 5. Fifth occurrence, handled by Personnel D-221, Agent, HIA, Agent, HIA, Agent, HIA. Personnel D-028, HIA. Personnel D-111, HIA. Personnel D-281, HIA. Personnel D-209, HIA. 6. Sixth occurrence, handled by Agent, Agent, Personnel D-291, MIA, Agent, HIA, Agent, HIA. Personnel D-299, HIA. Personnel D-277, HIA. Personnel D-278, HIA. Personnel D-279, HIA. Addendum 682E. Termination options. Log of Event 682E18. Doctor attempts to use SCP-409 on SCP-682. General, and Doctor observing. 0400. Exposure. SCP-682 began to tear at the point of contact, causing massive trauma to the area. SCP-682 requests several times to know what it has been exposed to. 0800. Crystallization begins, spreading much slower than normal. 1200. SCP-682 shows signs of extreme pain, and begins having seizures. 1300. Crystallization stops at 62% conversion. Crystallized area explodes, causing massive physical trauma to SCP-682. 1400. SCP-682 recovers from exposure, despite the loss of limbs and organs. SCP-682 begins regeneration, stating that it will attempt to kill and consume all staff involved in Event 682E18. SCP-682 appears to now be immune to SCP-409. Use of other SCP items to terminate SCP-682 must now first be tested on samples of SCP-682 before full-scale testing. In accordance the Dr.'s recommendations, see Document 27B6, Doctor and Doctor have requested permission to attempt the termination of SCP-682 using SCP-689. The request is currently pending approval from the. It has also been suggested by Dr. Gears to use SCP-182 in an attempt to communicate with SCP-682. SCP-182 has expressed reluctance, and refuses to enter the containment center of SCP-682, if at all possible. Addendum 682-F. Termination Log.